I never lie. The one and only, the living legend icon, Miss Pattie Labelle. I'm waiting on you, Miss Pattie. I clicked the request. Uh-oh, it's going down on the big show. Ah! Should I try again? I'll try again. I'll try again. Don't play with me, guys. Don't play with me. This is a big one. This ain't. I requested again. It's right there. Miss Pattie, accept the request. It's going down. Yep. She got to accept the request. There you go. It's on. It's on. Hey,
Hi. Hey, little Joe, you're not Fat Joe no more.
Miss Pattie Labelle. Right now, first of
Hey.
all, congratulations with the verses. Congratulations. Gladys Knight. I mean, you know, it's not, you know, Pattie, can I call you Pattie or do I got to say Miss Labelle? What do you want me to do?
My name is Pattie. Okay, you can call me Pattie.
Pattie,
All
I
right,
can tell you a
honey.
lighthearted story if you want to laugh. Are you in the mood to laugh today?
Yeah.
You
Tell
in the
it.
mood to laugh?
Yes, I'm ready to laugh.
I met you this is a lighthearted joke. I met you many years ago for the first time in a radio station. And I came in and you said, hey, Fat Joe. And I said, how you doing? And you said, you even more handsome in person. And I looked at you and I was so overwhelmed meeting Pattie Labelle. And then you gave me a look. And I said, is Pattie giving me that look? So I got so nervous I ran out the radio station. So Pattie, I got so nervous I ran out the radio station, right? So I get home. I get home. It's my wife. It's Lala Anthony, Carmelo's wife, and Misa, Puppy's first wife. And I said, yo, I just met Pattie Labelle. They were like, you met Pattie Labelle? And I said, yo, I think she gave me that look. They was, yo, Pattie, they was laughing. They didn't believe shit I said.
Right. I gave you that look. I did.
I'm trying to tell them. Yo, Pattie,
It was a good one. Yeah. It was a
Pattie,
very,
I love
very
you
loving
so
one.
much. Hey, you know, I threw
I
on
love you too.
my best shirt for you. Doje
Oh, you
Gabbana.
was
You know,
nice.
I threw on some Doje. I threw on the big watch for you. And I had to get, I smell so good. I smell so good. And
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you something.
good.
You have been into fashion for so long. What attracts you to fashion? You see, I'm a sneaker. I'm like the sneaker king. You the shoe queen. What
I
is it
love
about
you.
that?
What is it about what?
What is it about fashion?
I was born to in drag. I'm like a drag queen, a real lady drag queen. I love clothes. I love beautiful clothes. I love purses, the real ones, the cute ones. I love pumps, 5 and 6 inches. But lately I've been doing a kitten heel because I want to feel more comfortable. So I just love clothes. I mean, I've always dressed. My mother, my sisters, we all dressed. Yes.
Let me tell you something. I was at 2 years ago. It was so cold. I was at the Thanksgiving Day parade with my wife and my daughter, and you came down with this red crocodile Birkin bag, and you were sitting it right there. And I was hoping my wife ain't see that bag, and she seen
And
it
she did.
like it was Bin Laden a block away. Oh, you see the bag? You see Pattie
Oh
Labelle's
God.
bag? Oh my God! Red croc.
She sweetheart.
Oh
Yes,
man, you've
I
been
love your
putting
wife
on
too. She's such a
forever.
sweetheart. Huh?
Yeah, thank you so much. And we love you. And Patty, let me ask you a question, right? My favorite of all time is Luther Vandross, right? And
Is what?
Luther
Oh,
Vandross, he's like, everything to me, right? And so,
yes, me too.
um, I know you worked with him a lot. I know you performed with him. Um,
Yeah.
what was it like? It's Luther because Spike Lee says it's Marvin Gaye. Uh, Rick Ross says it's Teddy. I say it's Luther. Who do you think is the best male vocalist of all time?
Well, let me say something. I love Luther Vandross. I mean, there's so many great male singers. Tyrese, Jaheim. There's so many great singers, and I know a lot of them looked up to Luther Vandross because Luther is like the masterclass of singers. And that's who he is, and that's who he was to me. He was everything to me. He used to buy me drag, beautiful gowns. He bought me crystal, a leek, and all the beautiful things. He said, because this is how I feel about you. So he kept me in beautiful gowns. Yes.
So you think Luther was the best vocally?
I'm one of the best. I mean, there's so many great male singers, and I don't ever want to not say who is great, but I know
I
Luther
know we love
Vandross is number
everybody.
one. You keep going off, Joe. I can't hear you, honey.
Oh, I don't know.
Can you hear
But let me
me?
tell you, yeah, I can hear you perfect. It's just right there. Stay right there. That's the right phone.
Okay.
That's perfect. Now we can see you beautifully. So you see
Okay.
this watch. When I was dead
Yeah, you
broke,
see
I
that
would go
watch,
see
bling,
Luther.
bling. Huh?
Oh yeah, that's that big boy. That's that big boy. That's that big boy, right? And
I
so
see it.
I used to go see Luther Vandross. I was so poor, I'd be upper deck at the nosebleed. And he be looking so little like an ant on stage, but he always had a watch like this. So the first thing I
Joe,
did when I got money,
Joe,
huh?
I couldn't hear what
Yes.
you said the last. I
What I
can't
was
hear
saying
you.
was,
Can you
you
hear
got to
me,
back up from the phone. You got to back up a little from the phone.
Joe?
Yes.
I don't know. I can't hear. I know it's loud, but I can't hear what he's saying. It's a
Can you
waste
hear
of
me
my
now?
time.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm getting nervous. You see, I'm like, I told you Patty looked at me like that. I told you. I told you Patty looked at me. She gave me that look. That's why I wore that dope check. She'll be back on technical difficulty, I hope. Uh Pattie Labelle, she's something else. Yo, Kenny Burns, the biggest, baby. Yo, Kenny. There go Patty again. Hold up. She back in. There she goes. She back in, baby.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Don't worry. We don't own the IG, so we gotta play by their rules. Um,
Right. We got to just roll.
so what I was saying is, when I was younger, I would go see Luther perform, and I would be all the way up a deck, and he would always have a,
The
a
cheap seat.
watch with diamonds, and I would always see it through the suit.
Right.
And then the minute I got money, that was the first thing I wanted to do was get a watch with diamonds because of Luther.
Yeah, you represented. Yes, Luther put us all on point.
Yeah, he was.
Really, Joe.
Yeah, he was something else, and you are something else. And when you get on stage, and I'm sure it's pretty scary for other artists with you because you get on stage, you start kicking them shoes off. You go crazy. You kill. I mean, you kill it every time. You know, and coming up,
Oh,
I want to know what it was like coming up way back in the day, being a female, a young African American female, and the times was crazy.
I
Um,
couldn't hear you, Joe. I'm sorry,
you
honey.
can't hear me again?
Something happened and
You,
you went out vocally.
can you hear me? Man, it's bugging out. Success Clothing on the check-in is bugging out. But you know, Pattie Labelle, you know, we get, oh, there she go. Yo, Pattie, she a real one, boy. Yo, Pattie. Pattie is a real one. You there now? You got me?
No, piece of it was missing. Piece of your question. I couldn't hear it all.
I'll just say, but
I'm sorry,
growing up in the industry back in the day, when there was so much problems, like you see now, we got Black Lives Matter, and you grew up in that time, that time where it was Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all that. How hard was it being a female artist at that time with all that turmoil and everything that was going on in America?
Well, it was as hard as it is now sometimes. I mean, I'm still a Black female artist, and I'm still struggling to do things that, say, my counterparts are doing, the white ones. You know, the Celine Dion's, we do the same song, but she gets much more life out of hers than mine. So it's still that we're still bubbling under, but we don't stop, and we don't let anything bring us down. So it's not easy for Black women today either. You know, it's much better, but it's going to get even better. Gladys and I were talking about that last night.
Yeah.
Keep going, baby. What? Joe?
No, I'm saying, so basically what you breaking down to me, which is true, I've always said it, but so I never even looked at it like that till you said it right now. So there's actually like systemic racism in even the music business is set up like that.
Oh, yeah. It's been like that forever. So, but it can change too. Because I always say this too shall change and it'll get better. It will. But we don't stop for nothing. Nothing stops us.
You definitely
Gladys
don't,
and I.
man. You have been so relevant for so long. Whether it's people sampling your music, whether it's people doing your songs over, or you showing up everywhere just killing it. Like you really, I mean, because I'm following in your footsteps. So, and I know how hard it is to reinvent yourself and be relevant and you really, you know, I know you get a certain time, you got enough money where you feel like you could just be home, but you out there working, and I see you everywhere, talking to everybody.
Right.
Last time I saw you was at Fest, and you know, you worked hard for this.
I couldn't hear you, Joe.
I said you really worked hard for this. You really worked hard.
Oh yeah.
You really work.
I don't stop working.
You really work hard at being relevant for so many years.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I won't stop. You know, with COVID keeping us at home for 7 months or more, I still do work from home. So you'll never see me standing still when there's a microphone or there's a subject to talk about or something to do for my better. I'm going to be doing it for a long time.
And something we share in common, I don't know if you know, but I was diabetic when I was 14 years old.
Really?
And yes, since I was 14. And then after I lost a lot of weight, like the last 12 years, so now I don't have to take insulin. But I've been diabetic for all this time. How long you been diabetic?
25 years. 25 years, and I'm still taking insulin.
How did you find out you was diabetic? Did you get like thirsty and stuff like that?
No. I was performing and passed out on stage somewhere in New York, the outskirts of New York City, maybe 25 years ago. And the doctor, we rushed me to the hospital, thinking I was working too hard because we were touring all the time. And he came out and said, "You're a type 2 diabetic." And I said, yes. My mother, my uncle, my aunt, they were all diabetics. My mother, amputations and losing eyesight, my uncle and aunt, and so many things. So it was in my...
Jump on my shit. Extra right way to say it, right?
You can say Lady M, if you like. Whatever way you said, I know.
Lady M.